Good morning, mathematicians. Back to lean. You know, you know. Got to prove some stuff in lean. I think we're gonna finish the last, the rest of this problem set today. That is my suspicion, but who knows? Who really knows deep down the truth? I guess we will in time. Good morning, Casa Cachori. Okay, so we gotta prove some limit converges. Doing Minecraft hardcore run again. You got trashed by wither skeletons. Indeed. You're surprised? Convex optimization. Oh, on your data. Why are you surprised by that? I thought it wouldn't go well. Also, on your comment, I mean, yeah, sure, you're not detecting fraud, but I don't know. I like Benford's law and Zipf's law, and I like checking places that it shows up. That gives me an idea for a place to check where it shows up. Heteroskedasticity. There's no way that's a real word. I just feel like that's not a real word. Seems made up. Good morning, Arad. Yeah, that's fair. There's only so much you can do. Although, it would be... Would it not be... Seems like maybe it wouldn't be that bad. Seems like you could code it up quick. Maybe, but yeah, I don't know. More time consuming. And yeah, you're right. It's not like there's a big payoff for doing that. Good morning, Mom. Why the frozen face? Is it like minus 40 in Winnipeg again? It is -1 in Calgary today. Google image heteroskedasticity. Yeah, okay. Sked ass. I don't even know how to say this damn word. And I'll never learn. I still don't believe it, even though Google is showing me an image here. I don't believe in it. Seems fake. Seems fake to me. You can vibe code it in 3 minutes. But then you've spammed your code base. Sked what? Exactly. -25? That's nothing. -25 is nothing. Okay, rewrite A, probably. Oh no, rewrite A, N. No. A, N. Rewrite A using sequence A? No. There's a joke there with some Gen Alpha meme, but you swore to never say that word. Oh, to never say skibbity? Skibbity's dead now, though, isn't it? You never believe AI Google search? Always use ChatGPT thinking with search? Yeah, I don't know. They both seem fine and inferior to finding an actual web page that discusses these things. There's a math movie clip from the 80s. Jill Claybor does some math. It's my turn. Oh yeah, of course. This is the. It's funny that you mentioned this because just last night, in the grad student Discord server for my university, um, someone they were planning a math movie night, and someone was like, "Oh, you didn't even put such and such a film. Oh, Flatland. Didn't even know there was a Flatland movie." They're like, "That's the best math movie," and I was like, "No, It's My Turn is the best math movie." Yeah, they I would say it's extremely well. I mean, in my opinion, that scene alone makes it the greatest math movie uh, in existence. I don't think I feel like most movies that are actually supposed to be about mathematicians don't have that much great, interesting math done in it. So, um, I don't even know what it's about. Yeah, I've only seen the Snake Lemma thing. I think it's just some. Rush Hour 3 is the best math movie. What's your argument there? I think it's like a rom com type thing. That's my understanding. A drama type thing. What I don't understand is why I forgot how to do this basic. I want to rewrite the goal by subbing in A evaluated at N. Yeah. Um, I want to rewrite the goal by subbing in A evaluated at N. This is like the most basic thing I've done 100 times. Physics movies. Yeah. I don't know. Well, what are some good physics movies? In terms of like the physics content is actually good in it. People were raving about Interstellar, and there was a bunch of it that was good, I guess. But then, this insane sequence at the end, with time travel, black hole stuff, was like, kind of took it away from being a decent. I mean, good movie. I still like it as a movie, but not a good physics movie. This is weird. Why is the int here blue and the RO here not blue? That's most curious. I don't think it matters. I don't think it means anything. Did I not use a rewrite anywhere here? What am I? Okay, here I did a rewrite ha. What was ha? What was HA? Okay, wait a second. And how did I get HA? Oh, specialize. I have to specialize. Okay. Okay. Specialize. AN. Right? Specialize ha. Wait a second. Wait. Specialize. What was HA before that? Oh, that was the definition. Okay, so it's also called HA here. Okay. Specialize ha. And then rewrite ha 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 ha. I am the god of lean. I control the universe. The universe, it leans on me, and in turn, I lean on lean. That's what I mean. Last Jeopardy search you did was wrong, and then Google AI was wrong too. See? They're the same. Is it typical to get into lean and doing one-liner analysis for a month? Is it typical? Probably not. Typically not. You fell asleep during most of Interstellar. Yeah, fair. The real question is, why is Leo's name still blue? You know what? sometimes. I don't even know. You don't like Interstellar. You also not Tenet. And you think Tarantino's overrated. Where are we here? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. 1 minute for Nikolai. Boom. Oh, I kind of. That means I don't get to read the rest of his messages for the next minute. Oh well. Yeah. Well, I'll read them in a minute. I'm. By the way, that was for underrating Tarantino. Now, Tenet was. That's fine if you don't like Tenet. I was entertained. Yeah, I wasn't like, oh, this is the craziest movie I've ever seen in my life, but it was cool. That's true. That's true. I mean, you could argue that like anything that's famous is overrated. I don't know. Can I help you prove that a function is continuous if and only if for a fixed number the set of values above and under fr is open? You're working in Rn, so what do you mean by above and under? What do you mean by above and under? F is a function from Rn to Rm? Or do you mean... So F is a function from R what to R what? Is question number 1. And then... What do you mean this? So the set, you mean the set of f of x such that x is in R something and something, something, something. Oh, it deleted all of your messages? Nicola, I didn't mean for it to delete all of your messages. I wanted to read. Oh, I can just view them. Oh, okay. Lean on me when your axioms are not strong. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And some about logicians. Yeah, where's all the logic movie? Although, did you hear there's a Mirzakhani movie coming out? So the MCU, the mathematical cinematic universe, is being extended. Sure, there's documentaries, but that's not quite what I mean. That's not quite, I think, what we mean. They don't know all continuous functions. Yeah. Okay, so Rm to Rn. Okay. Rn to R. And sorry, and then the set. So what do you mean all values of f of x above and under? So f of x such that x is a real number and okay. OR and UR, I see. I see. Okay. And and what? And so you're trying to prove it's continuous if and only if it's continuous at R if and only if these sets are open. Well, what have you tried so far? Is this a complement of the closure of the ball, Nikolai? I don't think that's true. If f were surjective, then that would be true. But f, we only need f to be continuous. So what have you tried? Which direction? And where did you get? What did you write already? I'm gonna try and as you write up what you've tried already, I will write up some of this. Okay, what do I need to do over here? I have my 1 over epsilon inverse over 4. I have everything I need here, so I just need to ring NF the crap out of this statement, right? No, okay. Ring NF doesn't do what I want. What if I field simp? No, that's probably worse. Field simp and then ring NF. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. I like the look of that. Wait, do I like the look of that? If you show x bigger than r and x less than r is a sub-basis of r, then that shows it. You tried to do it by contraposition. Well, hang on. There's two statements, right? So you gotta slow down a second. It's an if and only if, right? F continuous implies that these sets are open, and then these sets are open implies that F is continuous. So what do you mean by contraposition? So you're doing the forwards direction by contraposition then. So you're saying if one of them were closed. Okay, so sorry, the statement is that both of these have to be open? You're saying it's equivalent to this and this set open. I mean, I think that'd be the same as saying their union's open, but okay. So you're saying if they were closed, then you can find an x such that f of x value would not be on the graph or arbitrarily close to the point. The fixed number, we're trying to prove that f is continuous at r. It's just r is just some element of Rn. Okay. So what's your argument? So suppose let's say UR is closed. Let's suppose it was the case that UR is closed, right? Well, I guess we're doing the negation, so yeah. So we'll just do case 1. Suppose UR is closed. And then you're saying you can find an x value such that the f of x value would not be on the graph or arbitrarily close to the point fr. So what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? How are you constructing that argument? You are not seeing topology. I mean, okay, technically you're seeing topology, but really you're seeing analysis. Here's a better question. Why did I get 10 plus n for inverse? Wait, this is what I wanted, right? Right, okay. Now... Oh, that's true. Right, we're not assuming it's closed. We're just assuming, we're just assuming that these are not open. Um, but we're in Rn. We're in Rn. So no, but still. Right. You're right. You're right, actually. We're just supposing that it's not open. You're absolutely right. You're not even convinced that is the right basis for topology for topological spaces with all these open subsets, huh? What you mean is that you can find a value in UR, and you can find a radius such that the open ball is not contained in UR, meaning that the function value is not on the graph. Okay, so I think what you're saying here is, by definition, there exists a y in UR such that for all epsilon greater than 0, for all epsilon greater than 0, the epsilon ball around y is not contained in UR, right? So that would be the starting thing. And then and then what are you saying? So you want the function value is not on the graph. Right. And so then we could find a z that's within an epsilon of y where f of z is bigger than r, right? Yeah. The idea of locales is to think of space in terms of open set lattice. It's a special case of Grothendieck site. Yeah, what's the difference between locales and a site? I thought it was basically the same thing. Okay, hang on a second here. I wanna, let's see. I multiply everything by 1 over 4, so have n4, let's call it, which will be 1 over epsilon inverse. Whoa, what's this future goals thing sitting? What is that weird ghostly future goals thing sitting there? And the real number divided by 4. Probably by bound, right? No, didn't like that. Oh, didn't like that either. Okay, how about now? Oh, didn't like that. And didn't like that. But it should just be right, like I'm multiplying everything by 1 over 4. So it should be true. It should be true. So Matthias, we're here in the argument, right? So we've got a z, so f of z is bigger than r. Where are we going next? Where are we going next? I mean, we're trying to show that it's not continuous at Oh, hang on a second. Wait a second. I wrote something silly, didn't I? I wrote something silly. This should be f of r, right? And this should be f of r. So probably we need to use this z to contradict our continuity, right? The NLab page for locale immediately starts with some schizo example of all surjections from N to R. There's also condensed math. Supposed to give better behaved, yeah. So I've heard. The open set question could be a candidate for lean. This is your challenge to K. Engage with your fans and prove this in lean. We'll see. Matthias, are you still there? Condensed math is just like making spaces compactly generated. Yeah. It makes you think that the open subset framework might not be the best basis for doing topology. Yeah. I mean, I think a long time ago, people have come to the conclusion that the definition of for topological spaces we have kind of isn't great. Why wouldn't bound just solve this? I mean, even a linearith maybe? No, why? Do I really have to go? Is that really too many steps for it to handle at once? How is condensed math doing open set based stuff? Well, I mean, condensed math is about topological groups. Well, not strictly actually, but the idea is is to give a better basis for topological groups and functional analysis. Can summarize what the goal is. The idea is a function is continuous if and only if this is open for all x. No, that's slightly different. Nikolai. Like again, I think it would be that if f was continuous, then it would be what you're phrasing it as. Topos theoretic framework is not different from open set framework, yeah. Sites are literally the data of open covers, yeah. You feel math is really idol seeking? The 20 famous guys are gods? Yeah. Everything revolves around. It's not quite as bad in the natural sciences. Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, the thing is, you know what? It's actually interesting because it's hard. I think it's hard to make progress. It's hard to invent new groundbreaking theories, right? Which is kind of, well, actually no. You know, I'm gonna take back what I just said. But so you heard it here first. Next week, I will be putting out an interview with none other than Professor Paolo Alufi. And he had a very interesting comment towards the end about not feeling bad about the people that are better than you and viewing it as a privilege that you are talented enough to appreciate the genius of the people around you and to be in a place where you can actually understand, because it's for some of these crazy groundbreaking theories to merely understand what it is that makes some of these people so great is already something of a feat in itself. You're saying this because condensed math is just Schultz's thing. You're not dissing anybody, but you don't see the justification to care about what those 20 people currently care for. Well, so I'm not entirely. I mean, I think I think the goal is basically to. I think the goal, like ultimately, they want to use this stuff for Langland's things, right? And like I think they've already made use of this in coming up with like a categorified version of like local Langlands for real groups, if I understand correctly. So like I don't think the goal is necessary. Oh, wouldn't it be cool to have a nicer uh, category of topological groups? Like yes, that's one of the selling points that they talk about. But really, there's more of a specific purpose at the end of it. You know what I mean? But I could be wrong. But that's my understanding. Um, yeah. You're thankful you're just high enough IQ to appreciate K's genius? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Takes a very high IQ indeed. uh, for people working in and around p-adic theory, there's a lot of interest in it. It's been used in proofs of various big results and conjectures, yeah. Problem of non-compactly generated spaces is pretty bad. Oh, am I not following? You're the yeah. Okay, I'll go follow you now. I'll go follow you now. Twitter is awful. There's just like I have the worst posts on my feed. It's bad. Um, you're just NK on there, right? Okay, I'll go find you later. I'm sure I have comments from you in the recent past. I'll go follow you. Seem to be some fundamental theorem. Yes, yeah. Yeah, liquid tensor experiment. I mean, yeah, it's just a different. The infinity groupoid version is just a different perspective. Is it literally an infinity topos? Well, okay. Well, there you go. Yeah. I guess Matthias. I guess Matthias has left us. Okay. Well. I feel like I accomplished neither answering that question nor getting any work done on lean. I might change the title of today's stream from lean stream to just office hours. Um, yeah. Okay, so what was that? Okay, what if I do this? And I do something like this. No, and I was really upset. Oh, because I didn't write a multiplication in? Okay. Okay, so that it was fine with. Maybe? You're the one with the profile pic that's down 5 digits? Yeah, the board ape, right? The board ape. How much money did you lose? Like you want to you want to different theorems in probability theory when it's not based upon measure theory. Infinity groupoids are the infinity topos. It's analogous to the one topos of sets. Well, weren't you going to start a logic collaborative reading group? I think I broke lean. I think I broke lean now. Because it doesn't seem to... It seems to be mad. Maybe it's a sign that it's time to log off. You won't lose anything since you won't sell it. Well, there you go. Amen. Hey, Daniel. Reading group, what are the symmetries of some object now? Weird. Why is it freezing up? Okay, let's go do this forward bit of the problem. So this is going to be right. So this is going to be our... This should be our problematic point, right? So now, right. But how is this point? How is this point problematic? We chose a y in here, such that this, and we want to contradict. We want to contradict the continuity around R, which would say that for all epsilon, we can choose a delta such that I want to use a more different variable now. Y u minus R less than delta would force. Oh, mind you, I guess we got to use a delta ball here. So we're in Rn. U implies Fu is in this epsilon ball around Fr. But so our Z, it doesn't force our Z out of here. By the way, I mean, what could be interesting, so on Friday I have a math talk episode coming out with sheafification of G. And one idea we batted around a bit was having some sort of video that had like some sort of multi-collaboration across a bunch of MathTube channels. So I don't know. What do you guys think could be a good thing? I mean, Leo never got around to making Jeopardy, but there could be something like that. Or some sort of like breaking into teams and discussing problem solving together or something. Or maybe a reading group where we have a discussion about some topic. I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with an idea. What would be a good excuse to have a bunch of us math tubers together? Which, by the way, actually, Professor Luffy was telling me that he was currently sitting in some tropical geometry lectures. How many prereqs for understanding one sentence in tropical geometry? Very little, yeah. I think the basic definition. I mean, some of the motivations you might want to understand more algebraic geometry, but I think bare bones, yeah. You literally join any reading group on any topic whatsoever. Tropical geometry and some semi-ring. Yeah. I mean, there's just one thing I want to understand in tropical geometry, and that's how the Peterson graph is a cone of something. No, it's not homotopy theory E, to the best of my knowledge. More combinatorics E type stuff. Yeah. At least that's my understanding. If you got a solid lineup for Jeopardy, you could make it. Come on, bro. Math Club where everyone makes a part, or 1-1 interaction. I don't know. I don't know what it could look like. I don't know what it could look like. I don't know what it should look like. But I'm just coming up with ideas. You'd love a reading group with smart people, but with reading groups, the personalities have to be calibrated. Yeah. Yeah, it may not be. It just may not be. Yeah, I'm not necessarily. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Some people can ruin Discord reading groups. Yeah, I believe it. A to the log B is equal to B to the log A. Not as people know about this identity. Hot take, the log is just the dimension of log R Rn. If we get a commitment of teams with G with like 2 math tubes per team, you could get Math Jeopardy out in like 2 weeks. Okay. Well, I don't know. Who else do you think could be good for that? I'd reach out to people. I don't know, maybe email me with your top picks or something. People in a reading group must be able to hold themselves back and let go of a topic. Those are issues that make a recorded event otherwise unwatchable for people on the outside. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I'm just spitballing. K Theory, G, and Taurus guy, just the 3 of us. Yeah, I mean, I could send an email and see if we could try to make something happen. Okay, yeah, since we basically made 0 progress, oh wait, we did make 1 line of progress, it looks like. Okay, hang on a second. And now what if I field simp at NF? What does that do? Let's see. Okay, and I think that's kind of what I wanted. Yeah. Okay. Do we still call this a lean stream? I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow, I guess. QED.